Welcome to set 3 of 21 Days of Alignment. Each day, we explore themes that guide us toward clarity, peace, and growth. Today's focus is influence and trauma bonds in the age of social media. In a world where screens connect us but also challenge our emotional and spiritual balance, we're diving into how influence, both online and offline, can shape our attachments, impact our healing, and test our alignment. Let's reflect, learn, and take steps toward reclaiming our power and presence.
Today we have with us Jordan Jetson, hip-hop lyricist, philosopher, and rapper. Could you please tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, and what you have going on?
Absolutely. My name is Jordan Jetson. I am a member of artistic collective called the Space Campaign, an elite collective of musicians known as the United Region of Doom. And recently I just dropped a tape called Dark Side Loop. It's a 10-piece album. It's out now on everything. I've got a few videos for that coming out. Probably the most popular single on it has a feature from Method Man. It's called Cry Out. So that's been pretty popular.
Okay, so we're going to start with our first question. This segment is about influence and trauma bonds in the age of social media. First question, how do you see the entertainment industry capitalizing on the emotional weaknesses of both fans and artists?
It's a vicious cycle, actually. I see it all the time. I got a little more involved in seeing the back end of those kind of things. And for the artists, it's like a loan system that they capitalize on people's weaknesses with. You may be a poor, disenfranchised youth. Nao, don't run off. Thank you. You may be a poor, disenfranchised youth, and it may be your only outlet for your own emotions because, we don't really get access to therapy and things of that nature. All that's kind of class locked. So it's very easy for us to fall into a trap where the only outlet for your emotions may just be the music that you make, and it might get popular, and then they capitalize on that by putting you in what's basically a loan system, where you owe them so many millions of dollars before you're able to opt out of that, and anything that you make during that time belongs to them in perpetuity for the rest of time, which I think is kind of insane, like lingo or jargon. And then that in turn makes you have to make music that is more popular, which may not have the best motives or morals to push to people, and there are impressionable youths who listen to these people because they're heavily marketed because of the powerhouse that's now behind them, and it just kind of like perpetuates this cycle of people wanting to be that, getting stuck in that system, and then perpetuating that to more youth who then want to be that. So it's very predatory, like all the way around, and takes advantage of basically everybody in the system.
Yeah, thinking about what you said, that brings me back. I was talking about something about how your audiences, a lot of times, who they choose to follow and fan out over is usually based on trauma bonds. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the things that we glorify around here are traumatic experiences to people who didn't have to live through them. So the things that we kind of glorify and are proud of, that I feel like we believe make us tough or worth something, are things that people actually abhor and like are terrified of in like normal society. And that's something I kind of have had to learn through talking to a therapist and then being like, no, that's not really normal. You're not supposed to be hyper vigilant, or that's all just a product of something terrible that I went through. So I look at it as a superpower, when in actuality it's probably a hindrance to me because it uses up so much of my focus.
Right. Great answer. As someone whose words and art reach across generations, how do you see your music holding power to heal the culture?
In the opposite way that it is used to hurt people. If what is used to our detriment can be used to teach people to do better, or if we can just straight up show people better than what we were shown and give people a better vibe than what we were given, then it already starts a basis of something healthier than I think we got as children. Like, I grew up listening to UGK, Eminem, and 50 Cent. So it's like, you know, like a lot of them didn't have the best message to give me. Biggie was my favorite rapper for the majority of my young life, you know, so a kid shouldn't be listening to that. Like, in my opinion, like, I wouldn't have my son sitting around listening to B.I.G., but I was, like, at his age. So
Right.
it's just a difference in what people are fed, and I feel like it's up to us as artists to feed them something different. So that's the way that we could probably stop it.
What is give me one of your songs that you would say would be not only a hip song to put out, but a positive message that you tell someone, hey, listen to this song, try this song.
I've got a few songs like that. I got the song called Let It Go, which was exactly what it sounds like, learning how to release negative thoughts and emotions and let weight off of yourself so that you can heal properly. I've got a song called Destiny, which is about knowing who you are as a person and what you want to do in life, and believing that you can achieve that. We've got a song called Inspiration, which is like dead on the nose. It's all just like taking on the mantle of being what inspires people, since there's nothing around to inspire people, things of that nature. So.
Awesome. Do you see the connection between personal trauma and the types of influences of celebrities that people admire?
I do. In the same way that like being dangerous is admired in our neighborhoods. Any of the dangerous artists who seem like they have killed a bunch of people or have hurt a bunch of people or have the capacity to do so seem to be more popular with people who face that same kind of trauma. So like we do tend to gravitate towards people who exemplify and personify the types of things that we've gone through. We recognize that in them.
Right. Yeah, even like with hip hop, you can probably look at that with singers like you have a Beyonce, and then you have an India Arie.
Absolutely.
Certain type of audiences will draw towards. Beyonce is awesome. She's an awesome performer, but there's certain audiences that would draw towards her versus drawn towards India Arie.
Right.
Which I can relate to that with what you was talking about at the beginning, how the industry may prey on young artists to be something they're not.
And you never know, like a Beyonce. Now Beyonce was a machine that was built by her parents.
Right.
So they clearly had an idea of what direction that was going in, and like a LeVar Ball kind of like, my sons are going to the NBA when they
Right,
30 type
right,
of way.
right.
Where it's like, oh, this is Beyonce. Like, we don't care if she's 5 years old. Like, we about to start making home videos now. Like, we got all this footage. Like, this is a business that we're building from the ground up starting today. Even if it takes us 30 years to establish this fully, she's gonna be there. But like, even different artists who may not be as big as Beyonce, where it's like they came into the game with like a full-hearted message that they wanted to provide to people, and to get signed and stay relevant and busy, they had to push a message that wasn't really theirs.
Yes.
And they ended up becoming an artist that they didn't want to become, which is why a lot of artists drop out of the game like early. They might drop an album or two and just disappear. People are like, I wonder whatever happened to
Right.
Lauryn Hill. It's like, well, Lauryn Hill understood that this is not what she wants to do, and it's not the message she wants to push, and the message that she does want to push isn't going to be picked up by the media, because it's not what perpetuates what gets them paid. So it's all just kind of like a industry game where these different industries kind of feed into each other, and they stop anything genuine from happening. So like, even a Beyonce at one point could have been an India Arie, if not being like spearheaded by this industry that tells her, oh, that doesn't sell. You might as well do this. Like, you should be naked. Like, that'll sell a lot better. So, you know, things like that.
Right. Last question. What healthy routines or exercises help you as an influencer keep your body, mind, spirit in balance and harmony? Or do you feel this is an area that you need help with?
Hold on, baby. Give me a second, okay? Give me a second, okay? So basically, to keep myself in harmony with all the points of myself, I just try to be as aware as possible of things. It's very easy to focus on two things and let one thing kind of slack, or be neglectful of your mental state when you're worried about your spirit and your body, or, you know, vice versa, all the way around. So it's really just the awareness of it for me, and like staying up on the fact that, like, yeah, maybe I haven't worked out recently, so I need to put more energy into that, or I've kind of been neglecting my spiritual studies and I need to go sit down and crack open a book and really figure out myself, or go back to therapy and talk to my therapist again, or go to church if I need to, you know, just anything to kind of regulate that and bring myself back into balance. And I think it's just a difficulty of life for everybody. I think it's just one of those things that, like, it's gonna be difficult forever. It's just upkeep is hard, and it's part of what makes it valuable is the fact that it's not very easy to maintain all the time. So
Awesome. So we're going to close out this set today. We're going to do a little photo shoot with you. And what song, which one of your songs do you want us to use as we model you out today?
If I was going to use a more recent song, I would use The Same from the album Dark Side Luke. I actually just made the album. It just released, so probably The Same. It's got the best vibe for something like that.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming out. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers where they can find you at?
You can find me anywhere you stream music, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all Jordan Jetson. You can also Google me to find me that way as well. And be on the lookout for some more music. We're always doing stuff. So, and thank y'all for listening. Bless as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining 21 Days of Spiritual Alignment. As we navigate the influence of social media and the subtle ways trauma can hold us back, remember that each day is an opportunity to align your body, mind, and spirit with peace and truth. Carry these reflections with you, nurture your well-being, and continue to reclaim your power and presence in every interaction, both online and off. Stay mindful, stay grounded, and keep moving towards spiritual alignment.
The same. I ain't been 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 the same. It's a new day. I don't do things how I used to. It really don't. Hold up. I ain't been the same. It's a new day. Sunrise. Look to the west. So the sun don't go up. I ain't been the same. It's a new day. I don't do things how I used to. It really don't. Hold up. I ain't been the same. I ain't been the same. Hold up. I ain't been the same. I ain't been the same.
Oh, already won. Never be defeated. Already won.
It's my time now, how I'm feeling lately. Been that way my whole life, could nobody change me. They was trying to make me average, thought they could save me. But I'd rather speak the truth than get labeled crazy. I was rookie of the year, now they gotta pay me. I was sitting on the bench, now they wanna play me. Stacking bands on the bands like it was Mercedes.